What went down? That's what we're about to find out right now. Hi, everyone. Welcome to BQ Robust Reaction Videos. We just saw the Chicago Marathon episode, and now we get to hear me talk about what happened. It's a 19-minute long video, so whoa, baby. I did not BQ. I mean, spoiler alert. But let's find out what happened. I'm excited to listen to me talk about this. I'm a little nervous that this is so long, but I know I cry. I remember that.
Good. Like there was nothing left. I've never run like that before. I've never done anything in my life like that before. Whoa. Hold on.
Cutie pie.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
What
2,
went down
1,
on
go.
race day?
So I want to start
Oh,
with this video that I made
I'm reading Harry Potter.
probably
Look.
an hour after I crossed the finish line.
Oh, I saved it.
I did
Good.
Facebook Live.
I did a
This.
Facebook Live. I
this is
remember
what I
this.
said. So here it is. Oh my god.
Look at the salt.
It's over.
I'm just at the bean.
It's over. I can't believe it's over. Oh my god, I'm so salty. There's salt like every
Salty
single
lady.
where. Hey everyone.
Hi, Kelly.
Let's talk about how disgusting the marathon is. Like I can't even tell you the hell that I was in the last 6 miles, and now I'm like, I want to do it again. Like that's the best ever. It's the worst. Okay.
I do not feel like that right now.
I feel like a total and complete rock star. I can't believe I ran that fast. I can't believe I pushed through the things I pushed through, and I ended up busting out a 7-minute, 45-second final mile,
Woo, baby.
which was like, where the fuck did that come from? All right. First of all, can we just shout out to Greg and Josh? Like, spectating is the absolute worst.
And I'm a
trying to
monster.
find people is like absolutely impossible. So the fact that they were out there like trying to find me and doing Facebook Live, like I love them and they're the absolute best. But I
And
mean,
this
in the
was
beginning,
pre-Find
I
My
did find
Friends.
My friend Jesse from LA, so that was awesome. So unfortunately, Jesse wanted to run a little bit slower than me, and so he pushed his pace to stay with me. And then I lost him somewhere after like 3 or 4 miles because I put in a teeny tiny surge. And I like looked over my shoulder and he was gone, so that was a bummer. But like being able to run with him was super fun. He's so funny and he's hilarious, and he's in the picture that I posted. But like hands down, best part of the race was running with Jesse. After that, like getting to 13 was awesome. It was easy. Not easy meaning like walk in the park. Easy meaning like it happened and it was according to plan. I think it was like a minute slow, which was fine. I wasn't worried about it. But I was struggling. Like my T-band was really tight the entire race, and my
I don't
gels
remember
weren't
that.
with me very well, which was whatever. It happens. You just can't let that bother you. You just focus on the mile. So around 15, I put my music in because I was starting to this was starting to drift, and I was starting to get like discouraged. So I put some Hamilton in.
Oh.
And some Beyonce.
Oh.
Some Whitney Houston.
Oh.
I was back on track. And it's so funny because like a mile or 2 mile will happen where I dipped back to like 8:45, 9-minute miles.
Interesting.
And it just felt like shit. And then like I would see oh my, having people who follow me is a blessing and a curse. Because on the one hand, like seeing you guys is like the biggest boost of energy.
It's always
like
so
if I see someone
cool.
with a sign for me, or if someone like comes and taps me on the shoulder and tells me that like I've inspired them or something, it gives me a boost. But at the same time, like half the time it makes me cry. So a couple of the times, like people would say these amazing, incredible.
Yeah, I
things
do
to me,
remember
and then
that.
I would like find myself crying, and then I couldn't breathe, and then it's equal parts amazing and
It's amazing. It's not bad. It's amazing. I still to this day cannot fathom the experience I have when I race or when I run a race. And especially racing with BQ or Bus, like every time I tried to BQ, people would yell the most wonderful things at me. Just to have complete strangers, instead of just yelling your name. I was telling this story the other day. When I did New York in 2018, maybe, I did not put my name on my sports bra. I put "this is what strength looks like" on my sports bra, which is like the first time I hadn't put my name on my shirt. And the entire way, people were screaming for me, "Go, Kelly! Kelly! Go! You got this, Kelly!" And it was so cool. And like a lot of the times I would know the people because the running community here in New York is huge, but we all know each other. And I was very involved in the running community a couple of years ago. I'm now a little bit more removed and I don't go to all the things because I try to take care of my mental health now. But I remember some guy when we were like, if I want to say we were in Queens, we had just gone over the Pulaski, and some guy was like, everybody knows you. And I was like, no, my name's on my shirt. And he was like, no, it's not. And I looked down and was like, oh, I'm an influencer. That's all. I was like, this is so crazy. But it will never not be insane to me that so many people like just say so many nice things to me when I race. It's so nice.
Hard, but I can't complain.
It also adds a pressure.
Through.
That's true.
So, what really helped me the most was no regrets.
Yeah, I remember that.
And smiling and like looking out into the crowds, because the only times like it's really hard when you're tired not to want to just like get into a pace that feels doable and to just stay there. And that happens when I hit my like 8:45 9-minute miles. But that still hurts, and you know it's going to hurt longer if you stay there.
Yeah.
So I tried to throw in surges, and it was all about like figuring out how to boost my morale up here. And normally it was
I should have taken in more calories.
My music, or like digging deep into my mantras and really like saying like, you will hate yourself if you do not go 100%.
Yeah.
You need to go.
Now's not the time to play it safe.
Before we knew it, I say that meaning I didn't blink and look up, and we were at 22, but like once we got to 20, I was able to be like, no,
you have 10K to go.
Once we got to 16, I was able to say like, all right, 10 miles to go. You know you can do 10 miles at this pace, like go. So it was a fight. It was definitely like a trying fight. I was really tired. Towards, I would say like 23 to 24, 25 was not fun. It was
I don't
hard.
remember.
It felt like shit. And I just wanted to go faster, but I honestly couldn't.
I don't remember.
Then,
I remember the last time.
I see Josh and Greg.
I feel so bad about this.
And I was flipping them off, but I wasn't angry at them. I was just feeling like total shit. And then, literally one block further, I see Aunt Kathleen. And then, literally one block further from her, Uncle Bob and Aunt Carol showed up. Dr. Bob surprised me on the course.
BBQ or bust?
BBQ! And of course I start to cry. And I'm like, what are you doing here?
I think there's a
He's
photo
like,
of me
"Stop,
going.
Keep going. And so he inspired me to bust it out. And then I saw the 1 mile to go sign, and I said, screw it, let's go. And so the 7:45 showed up. I looked down and I saw that I was like teeter-tottering on 340. So I really wanted to try to see if I could break 340. But then that goddamn little hill showed. Who puts a hill at the end? And it's only like 100 meters, but god damn. I mean, I charged it. Like, I went after it. And I was like passing people, and everyone's like, yay! Like, it was awesome. But it's just one of those things that it's not comfortable and it's not fun, but it's how you feel when you finish it. Like, it's that sense of accomplishment that like it stays with you forever. So even though like being in pain and feeling like you can't move, and like you just start doubting yourself and you don't feel like you can do it, like you can get through it for 5 minutes or 10 minutes, or just like throw in 10, 20, 30-second pickups, like you cross that finish line and you get this beautiful little thing that reminds you that you're powerful and amazing.
I don't know where that medal is.
Accomplished. It was awesome. It was an amazing race. I mean, it doesn't get any more raw than that. You have my thoughts from straight out of my mouth. I'm too tired to try to interpret them or change them or put a beautiful little bow on them. But I kind of want to talk a tiny bit about what I experienced in the middle. But I want to talk about something because I got a couple of text messages and emails from people, my friends, asking me, or not asking me, just saying like, I know you're probably disappointed.
Oh, interesting.
But
I don't remember that.
Beautiful emails. Like I have the most supportive friends and people around.
I understand the sentiment.
All of my friends,
I'm sure people thought I was
family,
disappointed because I didn't BQ.
Beyond
this time,
for the amazing.
I don't remember feeling disappointed at all. I felt like I won.
Of human beings who like supported me throughout this journey. So thank you, my God. My heart is like it's gonna explode. I feel so grateful and lucky and happy, and words fail to describe how I feel about you guys. But I know what you guys mean by disappointed.
Yeah.
But disappointed is not a word
No.
that even entered my mind.
No.
I feel so happy.
I don't think any part of me was bummed I didn't BQ at this point.
And empowered by what I did out there, because for me, like, I've never had an athletic background.
Yeah.
I've never had to push through fatigue, pain, doubt, fear. Like, it's hard to describe what it feels like when at mile 13 of a race, you think, I don't know if I can keep doing this. I don't know if I can get faster. I don't think I can do this. Like, I did not have the best day, but I didn't have a bad day by any means. Like, I don't want to sit here and be like, the cards didn't, like, lay down the way I wanted to, because I had a great day, and I am so glad it happened the way it happened, because I need to learn, and I've talked about this before. I talked about this after the Philly, like, I really learned this during Philly. I don't know how to say yes when the struggle is so real.
Yeah. That was such a huge mountain to climb.
It doesn't make sense to me not to just get comfortable.
Cross the line.
And my hips wouldn't open up, and I felt like I was going to, like, be sick at points. And I don't know.
I wish I would have had my hydration and fueling figured out.
I don't know how to say, all right, keep going. All right, this is normal. All right, yes. You know, in my brain, I think I just start thinking, like, oh my
what's
God,
wrong? What's
how am I
wrong?
gonna keep doing this. Oh my gosh. I wish I wasn't feeling like this. I wish this wasn't happening, you know? So that's a part of learning how to be present and learning how to, like, get comfortable within that discomfort. Like, that is probably the biggest lesson I walked away with, was one, that I'm capable of more than I knew. And I talk about this all the time,
much
so
more.
this wasn't groundbreaking, but, like, it redefines itself every race.
Yeah.
Like, my first half marathon, just proving to myself that I could do something was, like, the mission and the goal. Like, I didn't think I could run the half marathon.
It wasn't even the mission. It was like, I don't know if I can do this. Let's just try not to die.
The second half marathon I did, like, I wanted to break 2 hours.
Yeah.
And I got way too fast, and I got sick.
I didn't know anything about
it was
anything.
a big lesson in, like, what you're.
But I was in great shape.
And not,
I did, like, 201.
And then my third race was my marathon. And that, I mean, we've talked about it before. It was like a lesson in and of itself. And
Are we a bit of a shit show?
And, like, digging into, like, the pain, like, pain and discomfort that is so unhuman and unreal, and, like,
unhuman and unreal is the best way to describe how you feel.
Keep putting one foot in front of the
It
other.
is so painful.
And this race felt like I took everything I've ever learned, and it was, like, there the whole time. Like, running.
I love that. That's amazing.
I was doing 8:45. That's where I started the race at.
Very fast.
And my goal was to work my way down.
You had to, like, 7:45.
I didn't have people with me, starting from, like, mile 7 or 8. Like, I think I lost Jesse, like, right before 7. And I struggle when I'm alone, you know? Like,
I love running with people.
I really, really want to, like, stop and, like, I want to be careful how I say struggle, because you go into a marathon knowing that it's going to hurt. You
Yes.
go into a marathon knowing that it's going to be hard.
Yes.
You go into a marathon expecting pain. Like,
yes. You can't live in a world where that doesn't exist.
I have those things, but, like, running fast at what I was running and trying to bring my time down, like, the only times I've ever experienced that sort of like pain and doubt, I only had, like, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 miles to go. So I could tell myself, you know, like, you can do this.
This is almost done. It's less than an hour.
Like, but it was never an hour. You can do this for 45 more minutes, you know?
Yeah.
So I never had to say, like, you are halfway there and it's only going to get worse. Let's do it. You know, I've never had to do that.
That was a really hard thing to learn how to do.
It made me think of that book that I just read, How Bad Do You Want It? And I asked myself that so many times throughout the race when I started giving up.
And it would get me frustrated.
And I'm not saying giving up on myself, meaning, like, I was like, screw it, I'm not going to BQ, I don't want to do this anymore.
How Bad Do You Want It does not energize me.
It hurt so bad that it took everything I had just to keep, like, my comfortable pace, my natural pace now. And I say that in quotes because, like, running an 8:45 9-minute mile now is my natural pace. You know, like, I've kicked my ass to get there.
Yeah, and it's not going to stay there.
To, like, an easy day, and on during the marathon, like, that felt horrible. It was so painful. But it was like every, like, half, 3/4 of a mile, I'd get this second wind, And all of a sudden, like, the pain in my legs would disappear, and I was able to, like,
Go.
push.
I'd find the
surge,
ease
and
I
then
was searching for.
immediately, like, it'd be back. Like, I think it was every time I hit a water station, like, it was back. I was slogging it again. I was guzzling Gatorade and water, and I still ended up so dehydrated. Like, I don't think I'd ever drinking as much fluid during the
Oh,
race
interesting. Okay, so
race
hydration
I
definitely
did
played a role.
during Chicago. Like, I may have started, like, fueling too late because I didn't think it was as hot as it was. So that may have played a tiny part in it.
Well,
but
I
that's
now know
not
that I
an
run so
excuse.
hot too, so for sure.
It's hard to push through fog. It's hard to push through, like, the mental barriers, because here's the one, like, redeeming quality of this entire race. Like, 24, I was looking at my watch.
The
and I
one
knew
redeeming
the queue was
quality?
over. Like, it wasn't gonna happen. I think I had like 15 minutes, and I still had like 2 or 3 miles to go. And I was like, "There's no way I can run a 7-minute mile right now. It's just not gonna happen. I'm not even gonna try." Because I kept thinking I was running fast enough to be doing 8s, and when I was manually lapping. So when I would manually lap, I was doing like an 8:30, maybe 8:54, maybe 9, and that threw me. Like, up until that point, I could call my splits based on how I felt, and I was dead on. So, like, that's a huge testament to Josh.
That's
for
pretty good.
pressuring me. Like, he's gotten me to a place where I can know what I'm running,
Which is amazing.
which is incredible. Like, I can't believe I can do that, and I can't tell you what happened in that last mile.
I should have had caffeinated gels faster
no
at the end.
regrets
Or at least one.
is something I'm going to take with me for the rest of my life. I'm going to take it in my personal life.
Yeah.
I'm going to take it in my actual, like, business life.
I still strive,
It's
but
gonna be in
I'm
my running.
not where I wish I
everything
were
I do from
in
here
terms
on
of my
out, and
life.
I thought I was living like this, but I am not.
Oh,
And
Kelly.
fuck that.
Oh.
Fuck's sake. It's all going out the
Oh.
window. It is no regrets, no excuses from here on out.
Wow.
It is the best gift I have ever been given in my whole
It is the
entire
best
life.
gift.
Because the second, I mean, within one block, it was Greg and Josh and me flipping them off to being surprised by Dr. Bob and Aunt Carol, and it was like, show yourself what you're capable of. Go balls to the walls. And I looked at my watch and I saw that I was really close to 340, and I knew if I ran fast enough, like, there was a chance I could break 340, and I said, new goal. I just want to break 340. And I took off, and I was passing people. I was running so fast. And then we turned and we hit the hill, and I lost a little bit of time, but, like, there was no way I was going to do a 340. Like, I think I probably do a 6-minute mile in order to break 340, but, like, just being able to, like, look back in and say, you owe this to yourself.
Yeah.
To push through these next 10 minutes to win this for yourself, and to prove to yourself that even in moments of sheer and utter, and I don't want to say defeat because it wasn't defeat,
Yeah.
but, like, pain and suffering, and, like, I left everything out on the course. I didn't think I had anything left in my tank.
Yeah.
I was ready to death march to the finish line, and to be able to bust that out at the final mile, like, that was the best. It was quite honestly the best mile I've ever run in my whole entire life, because I ran like, there was people, a huge street, and then, like, twice as many people, and I ran hugging these people, and I had my name on my sports bra, and everyone was screaming at me, and people were saying, like, did she even run the marathon? Like, I was flying. I was passing so many people. I flew up the hill. Like, and then I crossed the finish line, and I felt like I was gonna die.
Yeah.
And that was when I knew I gave everything I could. Like, there was nothing left. And I've never run like that before. I've never done anything in my life like that before. Whoa, hold on. Ooh. And that's why disappointed, like, isn't a word I'm gonna use for that race.
No.
Because I don't feel disappointed. I feel like I'm so amazed by what happened, and, like,
Empowered.
3:59 1 year ago was, like, impossible, and to run a 3:41, like, I worked my ass off this summer, and I sacrificed so much,
Yeah.
and I, like, didn't believe in myself, and, like, today, like, I look in the mirror again, and I think, like, holy shit, like, look how far you've come.
Yeah.
It's the best feeling in the world. Like, running a marathon hurts so bad, and it's so painful, and it's so hard. But this feeling that you get with, like today, like, being able to, like, look at someone and tell someone, like, I ran a 3-hour and 41-minute marathon is, like, there's nothing like it. And it doesn't matter about your time. You'll never, like, you very rarely will see me, like, post my times, because I don't fucking care about the times. It's not about the times. It's about did you do
it's
your
about
best.
Did you do your best?
Is running an 8-hour marathon your best? Cool. be proud of that. It does not matter if you run a 5-minute mile or a 20-minute mile. It really doesn't matter. I could care less. Like being able to like walk at the sports bra squad run, like those last 10 minutes with someone, like that was special to me. Like I don't care what you can do or how fast you can go or how impressive of a runner you are. If you can run really fast, that's wonderful. Keep pushing yourself. If you just finishing is like your best effort, you're a hero. That's all that matters. 3:41 is important to me because
it was my everything.
That was my best effort.
Yep.
That was like, I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. But there's more to do. Like I mean, I have to run a marathon in a month. I get to run the New York City Marathon with Foot Locker. I get to start the race and run over the Verrazano Bridge all by myself.
Which is
crazy. And then I get to run with 4 amazing human beings, and then we race. It's going to be hard. Like, I don't know if I'll be ready, but we're doing it. Like, it's an amazing opportunity. This is my favorite race in the entire world because it's the best day to be a New Yorker.
Yeah.
In the city that I was so afraid of for an entire year, and I didn't want to live here because I was too afraid I wasn't going to make it. Like, to this day, I don't think I can live here. I don't think I can afford to live here.
I still think that. It's hard. It's
Everyone's
expensive, and it's
like,
only
just
getting more
the city is
expensive.
Amazing and hard, just like the marathon. But
The New York City will eat you alive. It's not for everybody.
The Cure bus doesn't end here.
I can't believe I lived here a decade.
London 2016 is the new goal. Like,
Woo!
that's where I'm going to be.
Oh yeah, I got
I have
my acceptance like literally in
I'll probably
Chicago.
start training in December, January, February, March, April. So, or no, we'll start training in January. January, February, March, April. That's 4 or 5 months. Let's knock another 10 minutes off my time.
I forgot that I knew that I got into London.
Let's go.
Oh, what a cutie pie. What a little goon. It's so crazy. It's just so crazy to, oh my gosh. Pause it. Make it stop. How do I pause it? There we go. Chafing dish. That's funny. I reflect on this. I've been reflecting on this a lot because I was watching this. I did speed work today. I'm training for the Turkey Trot, the Badass Lady Gain Turkey Trot 5K right now. And I'm also doing like a 10K and stuff like that. And I'm in a very different place with my fitness today than I am obviously in this time in my life. And both feel so empowering. Like, it took me so long to get to this place where I am right now with the aerobic fitness level I have and to feel like I can run and find ease. Like, I didn't feel that way for so long after I sprained my ankle last year. And it's just kind of been a struggle ever since. But I think cycling really helped me. But to watch this transformation happen with my speed work where it was so overwhelming for so long. And now when I do my speed work, my brain just empties. Like, I know what I'm doing, and it doesn't mean that it's not hard, but like ease is a word I can like almost always use to describe my speed work. And it's because of like, it's like a level of mastery from doing years and years and years and years and years of training at this high of a level. I was really working really hard, and it makes it so fun now, even to know that when I'm struggling or when I am in a place where I'm not feeling great, like it's fine and I'm fine. It's just, it makes me really proud. I'm really proud of the work that I did trying to qualify for Boston. I'm really proud. It's amazing. I think also recently Tracksmith, a brand, posted a pretty tone deaf and just like stupid post about how hard it is to qualify for the Boston Marathon and how hard they work and how elite it is and la 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 la. And I think that's the thing that's turned me off from BQing. Trying to qualify for the Boston Marathon and the training to do it was so fun and it was so rewarding. But like, even though I never did it, I unlocked pieces of myself that make me, one, I know I could BQ if I wanted to. You know, it's really just a matter of doing the work and then hoping for the day. I'm not a naturally gifted runner, and I know too many people who have like qualified for the Boston Marathon without really trying, who didn't really train and then did it. I know so many people now, and that took the magic away from it. It felt magical for me because I was doing something that literally felt impossible and that I wasn't very good at. I mean, you look at the amount that I tried and the amount that I ran, and like, I can't say that I didn't give it 130%. I did. I worked so hard and I still couldn't do it. So I don't think people are special when they qualify for Boston. I don't think it's something that like makes someone better than anyone else. I think anyone who shows up for themselves in a way that makes them feel great and empowered, and I think that's the thing to celebrate, not necessarily the race. So I don't know. That's all I have. That's what I got. I'm going to take a break from these for a little while, but it's been really fun. I do want to finish the whole series, and I think we've come a long way, but I'm going to take a break. I'm going to take a break until probably for the next month. Maybe in November I'll come back. But thanks for coming along. I'll see you when these come back. Bye.